What is ListPipe? Well, ListPipe is a personal website. It's powerful custom content, and it's written just for you. And there are a lot of benefits that come with ListPipe. Well, for instance, search engine optimization, social interfacing to Facebook and Twitter, optimized content delivery, viral video delivery, permission-based public relations, link building, blogging, conversion web design, paid search marketing, even email marketing. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. In fact, it's kind of like drinking from a fire hose. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people aren't doing it right now. But blogging, as you know, is the best way to reach a larger audience. It's a great way to reach your customers through social media. It becomes your hub on the web. Everyone needs a foundation in their business. And in fact, your foundation consists of two fronts. You have your personality and you have your cash register. Well, your personality is really your website, maybe a blog, and your cash register is your homepage where you might have people come and sign up for something or even pay you or buy some products. Well, your site is really where you engage people, and your homepage is really where you sell people. And you never lead a sales initiative with the cash register. So we want to encourage people to come through this engagement site where your personality is by developing great content and publishing it out to that site. From that site, then, we can republish out to the social media networks like Facebook and Twitter. And we want to do this with a consistent corporate voice. Once we do that, we want to make sure that everyone is being led back to your cash register or your home site. This is kind of the foundation of what we're doing at ListPipe. The problem is that it takes a lot of time. It's hard to write. Not everyone is a writer. There are compliance issues we have to worry about. There's search engine optimization and research to do. And of course, there's trouble with the technology. You have to know how to do all of these things, and it can take a lot of time. We want to make this easy. ListPipe is literally designed to take the trouble out of marketing your business on the web. Here's the process. Initially, we're going to develop an article, or in fact, an entire library of articles just for you. We're going to push those out into everyone's blog, so everyone in the room with us today will receive their own personal website and begin receiving a stream of regular content from us. We'll do all the writing. We'll automatically republish that content to Facebook and Twitter and other social networks and provide tools for you to be able to manually do that easy as one click. Lots of people are on the other side of those networks and they'll start hearing your message. But as long as you're delivering content from your own website, they will always have a way to find you. All of your effort is going to pay you back by getting all these people back to your own individual website. So here's how this looks in the search engines. Typically, when you build a website, you'll build the website and Google will come and measure that website. And they want to index all of the content on your site. And they want to make sure that things are changing, that your site is really happening. So they'll come back in maybe 2 weeks and measure your site. And if they find no change, they will reschedule you for a later time. So they might come back in 4 weeks next time. And if they find no change, they may come back in 6 or 8 weeks. And if they find no change, they may schedule you out for many months. Which means if you have something really important to say right after Google has come and visit your site, it may be 10 weeks or more before they index that content, and you've now lost the opportunity to take advantage of the search engine indexes. So our way is a little bit different. We're literally training the search engines to come back to your site on a regular frequency. So each time Google comes to visit your site, they're going to find new content. And so they'll schedule another visit soon thereafter because they don't want to miss anything. Google's primary product is selling search engine indexes to relevant content that is frequently posted and current. So each time we post every week, Google will come back more and more frequently to measure that content and index it into their search results. And that's a great story. What if you took every one of those articles and republished it to Dig, or maybe Delicious, or Facebook, or StumbleUpon, or Twitter? And now suddenly we're doing that with every article that we post. So every time we post a new article, we're also sending that out to the social media networks, and suddenly we have all of these social connections out there leading back to our own site. Pretty quickly it starts to look like this. You become that steamroller who is out there in all of the search engine indexes, all of the social media networks, and people start to notice you. So what if 1,000 of you, 1,000 participants, blogged once a week for a year, and they retweeted, Facebooked, stumbled, and digged each of those articles? Well, it starts to look like this. At the end of that period, you have 262,000 connections. Let's talk about the effort it takes to do this sort of thing. One to many. What we're trying to do is take a post, and typically that may take you 2 hours to develop. We're going to do the writing for you. So in just a few minutes, you can receive a new post to your site, and with one person's effort, go out to all these social networks. You've got the popular ones, Facebook and Twitter, Delicious and Dig and Stumble Upon. Each of these now interface to an audience of users. So these are your friends out there, and pretty soon you're reaching your message out to great collections of people. In fact, Facebook, the average user count is 120. So each of your friends has approximately 120 friends on their Facebook, and those people are all going to see your message come out each week. Your contribution using the ListPipe system is going to be 5 minutes per week. At the end of that week, you're going to have somewhere around 450 points of contact, all for about 5 minutes of effort. So what if 10,000 participants spent 5 minutes each week reposting your ListPipe content for 1 year? Well, after that year, you'll have 2.6 million organic social connection points. That's a tremendous effort for a very little amount of input. It has never been done before because it was not possible until now. Without ListPipe, this takes an incredible amount of effort. Let's see what ListPipe is going to do for us. Well, first, we'll do all the writing for you. We'll take care of it. We'll get corporate approval for all of the articles that we write, make sure that they're in sync with our corporate messaging, make sure they're compliant with any rules and regulations, and make sure that they're ready to share with a single click, or even automatically if you choose. We'll build in search engine optimization so that the search engines can recognize your content as relevant, current, great content for your particular audience. We'll localize it with some of the locations around your office location. We'll add keywords. We'll personalize it with your own information, phone number and email and so on, so people can find you when they receive these articles out in those social networks. And we'll make sure it's linked to the sites that you want us to link this great content to. We talk about empowerment. What we want to do is empower each participant to own their own space on the internet and to be able to represent the company in a very compliant way that gives credibility to them as a representative. So we're creating personalized content. We're going to give a notification each time we post an article to each site. We'll deliver a white label notification to each user so that they know they're getting this content each week from the corporate group. It's readily shareable, and it's all linked back to the participant. We deliver this content sometime between Tuesday morning and Friday afternoon every week, so everyone in the network gets an article once each calendar week. That becomes a very powerful momentum boosting frequency. We'll also add some social marketing and training so that people understand how to use these tools. Every time we post content, we're going to give you a white labeled notification that says, hey, you've got new content, and in there we're going to add some social media marketing tips so that everyone is reminded of how to share this content as soon as they get it. We will also include some tags at the bottom of every article, so with a single manual click you can share this to literally hundreds of social networks. And we'll add some education, both in the form of videos and also some social media lessons, so that everybody involved who is participating gets at least a basic understanding of how to share this content out in a meaningful and productive way. At the end of this process, you have your own working site ready for you with your own content, ready to be shared out to social networks and able to empower you with your own marketing site that represents the company in a compliant way, and that is ListPipe.